Having great aim is one of the most coveted skills in all of Valorant, and throughout Valorant's history there have been some phenomenal aimers. But what players have shown exceptional aim skill even among their competitors at the top of the game? That's why in this video we're going to talk about the 10 best aimers of all of Valorant history. Starting off with the first person on this list, TenZ. Now, you really can't make a Valorant Aim Hall of Fame if you don't actually suggest send TenZ. I mean, come on. This was the first player to ever hit the highest rank in the game, formerly known as Valorant, now Radiant, and really the biggest name in Valorant to this day, and he's still putting up dominant performances to this very day with the most recent win in Madrid. TenZ has been a phenomenal player and especially aimer since the dawn of Valorant. And TenZ was always known for his flashy and his insane mechanics, and carrying the TenZ and Friends roster on Cloud9 back in the day, joining Sentinels and winning the first ever Valorant major. These days, TenZ is still absolutely cooking at the highest levels of play. And if we analyze this clip, where even in high pressure moments with 11-12 with Masters qualification on the line, he hits the pixels and gets maximum value every single time. And you might look at this and think that that is just luck, but really you can do this as well, and we break down exactly how on the SkillCapped website. From aim practice that pros use that make them better and better in their games, to analysis of these top tier aimers that you can use to level up your decision making, your mechanics, and your overall gameplay to have incredibly impactful plays and high accuracy. If you want to have god tier aim just like many of these top pros, then check out SkillCapped right now, risk free, because we have a rank improvement money back guarantee. So if you don't climb, you don't pay. So what are you waiting for? Check it out right now down below. The next player that we definitely got to talk about is undoubtedly DemonOne. And DemonOne came out of nowhere. He surfaced as a rookie in 2023 and was quickly shown to be a top talent. His raw aim was incredible, instantly destroying everyone, even bringing EG a championship victory. DemonOne comes from a very interesting background in the fact that he didn't come traditionally from Counter-Strike like many other top pros. He came from Unreal Tournament, a game with really fast mobility and crazy mechanical skill requirements, and he transitioned that right into Valorant. He wasn't necessarily the most flashy as other aimers on the list, but he plays with an extremely low sensitivity and had extremely smooth and consistent aim, making it so he almost always hit the head when it was available to him. And 2023 DemonOne was the superstar jet player, but here we see him even on Brimstone, and he's the master at finding these unbelievable shots and isolating 1v1s. And if anything, DemonOne has actually spurred on a movement of top tier pros taking their aim more seriously, them realizing that there's an even higher aim ceiling that they can work towards, and that is what they're all doing now. Now, the next person that we got on the list is definitely Derka. And Derka has been a top 5 fragger since the beginning of Valorant and could be called the most consistent duelist throughout Valorant's lifespan. A duelist player alongside boasters since the beginning, they had many heartbreaking losses, but in 2023 became 2-time major winners, and Derka's jet play being a huge part of that. In this Derka clip, we see how he is both opping and precision shooting. He really is a master of his craft with knives and his gunplay. Such a reliable player that I think a lot of people underestimate about how good his aim is. He hits the shots that he needs to hit, and sometimes he carries and goes way above and beyond, and he's been doing it for a much longer career than many of the other players on this list. The next up, we do got to talk about Aspas, who is similar to Derka. Aspas has been a top player since the beginning. He's a consistently insane duelist player that pulls off the most insane plays over and over, winning the 2020 World Championship with Loud. Aspas has been on Loud since the beginning, but recently began a new journey with Leviathan. In the clip here, we see Aspas show off his ability to calmly control the Vandal and still hit those chaotic one-taps with his knives. And really, anyone that's that mechanically good and calm under pressure is definitely deserving of a spot on this list. And yeah, Aspas is a phenomenal player. Next up, we do gotta talk about Sugetsu. And Sugetsu is known for his rifling and insane reaction time, and he gets away with kills that are just unimaginable. He isn't a duelist player, so it's even more impressive when he's in contention to be one of the best riflers in the world. I mean, he won a major with FPX ending the tournament with this insane 4K. I watched this live. I remember just how impactful this was. And really, someone that is this capable at aiming on a role that traditionally you don't have the best aimers on can be that hidden X factor that can clutch up rounds, really take down tournaments. And I do think that he definitely deserves a spot on this list as one of the best aimers to ever play Valorant. The next player on this list we definitely got to talk about is Forsaken. And Forsaken is known for his insanely fast and flicky aim, really making a name for himself with PRX, the team known as W Gaming. He proves this on this split 4K with just how snappy his aim is, leaving no room for enemies to react. And honestly, this player is just always a highlight reel, someone that can get a lot of kills in a very short amount of time, gathering in the information, mechanically hitting the flicks, just really, really great stuff. The next player that we definitely got to talk about is Texture. And Texture recently surfaced as one of the world's top duelist players in Madrid, making it all the way to the grand finals. During the finals, he was pulling off some insane highlights, and he might possibly be the best pistol player in Valorant right now. In this clip, we get to see how precise this guy is, every footstep with intention, and the headshots are just so damn clean. I mean, it's freaking phenomenal. And on this channel, we often emphasize just how important eco rounds are, and having someone that is this good at pistol round can give your team such a huge advantage. So being good at aiming in a way that can have such a high impact over the course of your games on a team definitely is a really important part about what makes him such a top tier aimer, and maybe one of the best aimers in Valorant history. Now, the next player is one that a lot of you were probably thinking of when we put best aimers in the title, and it's Scream. I mean, Scream, of course, has been known for his one tap since Counter-Strike, Valorant, and everything in between. This guy can freaking aim. And even though in Valorant he hasn't been able to win anything big, it hasn't stopped him from proving how insane he is individually over and over again. This clip highlights just how good he is at that tap fire style. Every click has a purpose. He knows exactly how to win every single fight. I think he's a really smart player in addition to being a really amazing aimer. And I really do think that from a raw aiming point of view, Scream could be among one of the better aimers on this list, maybe even like top 3 or top 2. But when he doesn't have any wins to his belt relative to a lot of the other players that had win under higher stakes, higher pressure against better teams, it does feel a little bit lacking. But still, individually, we all know how great Scream is. The one tap demon, literally a living highlight reel. The next player that we definitely got to talk about is Kangkang, and this is the best opera in Valorant, and it doesn't really matter if he's on Jet or Gecko. He's gonna do some crazy stuff every single time. Watching Kangkang pop off internationally against other top players, consistently out-opping them, and really representing China to such a high degree, it's really hard to doubt just how good Kangkang is. He's consistently showing up in the highest pressure situations and beating many of your favorite duelists in the game, and this clip shows just how versatile Kangkang is, especially with how quick he can be with the op in clutch moments, knowing exactly how to use it, when to pop off, and just being mechanically so freaking excellent. The last player that we definitely got to talk about in this list is Ye. Everyone knows him as El Diablo. He was Valorant MVP of 2022, known for his world-class chamber gameplay. Now, I know that Ye gets a little bit of flack these days for not putting up the results that he once did, but he used to be the best player in the world by a giant margin, putting up stats, especially aim and kill stats, that no one else got even close to. And I think a lot of people just severely understate his dominance at the time in chamber meta with both ops and rifles and chambers pistol as well. He could literally dominate an entire match by himself, racking up kills, getting picks no one else was able to get, and really just warping the meta around him in a way that we really haven't seen any other player do even remotely close to what Ye has done. When we talk about the history of Valorant 5-10 years from now, Ye will still have a legacy of completely dominating a meta in a way that no one else can lay claim to up to this point. Now, was there any big players that we missed? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. Alright though guys, before we wrap this up, let me tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's like a gym membership guaranteeing you'll get ripped. Your local gym would go bust if they offered that. Not us. We've offered this for years because our service really works. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into 50 courses no one can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with subscribers in our Discord so that you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to any and all questions asked. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you are serious about improving. So that's going to be all for this one today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.